Also, that would be a nightmare to swim around in, like those clothes. Super baggy and everything.
Mermaid's clothes?
No, what Mario's wearing.
Oh, yeah.
Like just super baggy and everything. I also like the wispy nature of these guys. I like how they fade out too, like there's a bit of dithering on them or something.
There's weird dithering on everything in this game, like when you get it close enough to the camera that it clips through. I was going to bring that up, but I probably would have forgotten if you didn't mention it. I don't know why they've done that instead of just having pure alpha. Because it can't be a technical reason, because this isn't like Sega CD days or whatever.
I mean, oh, that's pretty extreme dithering. It's like dithering out the wazoo.
Well, the Mega Drive / Genesis has done that a lot, hasn't it? Where they couldn't do true alpha, they'd just do dithering. Or if they could do true alpha, it was more intensive or whatever. But
the seaweed is the only actual instance that I noticed. It was just really apparent, I guess.
Keep an eye out for it whenever something's like too close to the camera, I guess.
My favorite extreme example of dithering though is Wild Woody.
Well, that's video file. I guess it's.
I know, but still, like that's some pretty extreme dithering.
Did Sonic 3D Blast have dithering?
Yeah, in the opening. It was chock full of dithering. By the way, should we explain what dithering is?
I wouldn't know how to explain it, honestly. I know what it is. It's like 1 pixel.
It's almost like film grain for like graphics.
Digital film grain, I guess.
Like I don't know. It reduces the. Doesn't it reduce the overall load on like the processor or something?
Is it like 1 pixel off, 1 pixel on, or something? I don't. It's hard.
That makes sense.
Like checkerboarded, kind of. Except checkerboard is a different thing, but I think.
Well, it's a good analogy though. But yeah, it's like it's essentially a shortcut for still allowing like more advanced stuff, but it couldn't do it completely graphically. Yeah,
and it would work well on old systems like the Mega Drive or Genesis. Well, same thing, but regional variant thing. If you're going to do composite video, where it'd like color bleed and then it just looked fine anyway. Like the original.
You know, before someone calls us a bunch of technical nerds here.
Well, Sonic 1 or Sonic 2 or whatever, I can't remember which, or maybe it's both, had dithering on the waterfalls, I think. Like they'd be in the foreground for you, so then you could see yourself through them, but it wouldn't be true alpha.
Oh, I think I actually remember that from Sonic CD.
Maybe Sonic CD as well, probably.
But I would imagine Sonic 1 would do that since it was early on. Because I think Sonic 3 was pretty much all pixels.
It was
or sprites, whatever.
Can I quote you on that? Sonic 3 was all pixels.
You know what I mean. Shut up. I just realized what I said. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think of a better way to put it.
They didn't find a new way to display video information.
Solid pixels, I should say. Is that better?
Oh, that was weird. There was like a ghost of a dress
keep
up
making
there.
fun of me.
There was like a dress ghost up there in the sky when you looked up.
Dress ghost?
I don't know. It's like you saw a dress in the sky or something when you looked up. It was really weird.
Oh yeah, okay, so I just remembered, so just before we started, Paul sent me a certain picture. A certain JoJo picture.
It was funny.
Instead of, like the battle cry, ora, 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 it changed to oral. He's giving Paul a blowjob. But that reminds me of the thing I wanted to tell you, Paul. So, like, last night when I was hanging out with my other friends and we were just chilling out.
Go on.
One of my friends was watching stuff on his phone. Just, like, funny clips and stuff. And there was one that was, like, you know, if you heard of 5 Gum?
Oh, isn't that like the meme where it's like, here's what it's like to chew 5 gum?
Yeah, like how it feels to chew 5 gum. And then, like, if in that version he was watching, it did that, and then it immediately cut to, like, a woman violently blowing a guy. It lasted for like a second and a half, and then it just cut to credits or whatever.
Could have.
Just the timing and how intense it was is just so funny.
Look at this.
So we're like sharing it around everyone. Oh wow, that's super colorful.
So you get a nice little sneak peek of worlds by going through portals.
Oh, like the like New Donk City from I think it's the jungle level.
Oh yeah, did we do that one? No, that was probably another one.
Well, we haven't seen the jungle yet.
No, we've done the previous one of these, have we? Or is this the first time I've done it in my playthrough?
Yeah, we didn't reach it yet.
Yeah. I mean, like these shortcut things, whatever you call them.
No, wait a minute. Was the shortcut for New Donk City in the pyramid stage, like the cold desert? I think that was one of the ones that you didn't do.
Oh, I don't know.
Because it was frozen in an ice crystal.
It would make sense, I guess. Because there was that guy with the taxi there.
What do you think of the zipper mechanic?
It's cool.
It's very trippy. I was gonna say it was Paper Mario-esque, but I don't think that's quite right.
It's Super Paper Mario-esque. Because you have the thing that you have loads of different abilities in Paper Mario that will influence your surroundings or environment.
Yeah, I guess.
I feel that's one thing I don't have a problem with the newer Marios, Paper Marios, is that they've played more with the paper aesthetic. I just wish that they wouldn't, destroy everything else to do that.
Yeah, that'd be nice. But, well, pretty sure I already stated my thoughts and opinions on that game.
You don't have to be so negative, so we'll just...
Yes, I do. It's my job.
Forget about Paper Mario.
It's my job to be a Paper Mario elitist.
I like the advert for Paper Mario, the original one, where in the magazines it had a little scissor cutout thing around the Mario, and it said free demo included.
It's a pair of scissors that cuts Mario in half. He starts screaming, and then it cuts to like Paper Mario, buy in stores today. And like there's little paper drops of blood just kind of floating around.
This is just a creepypasta you're making up.
It'd be a good one.
That was a TV advert though, I think, where it was like
where he was cutting.
No, it was to do with that though. It was like Paper Bowser was hanging Peach over a paper shredder, like I like this.
I kind of like that actually.
I like this.
Not the guide, but the paper shredder.
No, I like the guide too. I think it's cool that they've written this still down.
No, that's a nice detail.
It's like the sunshine thing.
Window shopping.
Lock ladies.
Actually, I know you don't know One Piece, but this reminds me of Mermaid Island. That's all.
Okay. I'll watch it someday and we can relate.
No, you won't. It's like fucking 900 episodes.
Okay, maybe I won't.
I'm behind. I have like another 250 to go. I'm 600 deep.
'Cause I'm in too deep and I watch One Piece.
Instead of going under.
I don't need to know.
That's this other part of the song. It's some 41.
You weren't transposing it though.
You just want to yank it, don't you? You know you wanna. Man, I'm like barely catching these too. So I'm glad I'm paying attention. It's like, it's every time I just glance over at the waveforms and then I look back and there's a nice anime girl with the grin.
Megamin. From Konosuba.
I haven't seen it
I think
yet.
it's Konosuba.
I think so.
It's like a decent show, maybe.
A lot of people like it, so why not you give it a try? That was awful.
Why don't you give that another try? I'm sorry.
Touche.
I don't want to sass you.
How dare you, Mr. Typo.
That should be my name.
someone who misspells my name every single time.
You shouldn't have had a name with a U and an S then. But go in a
I like
specific
how it's just
order.
become a staple now. Suitin'. It's my destiny. Every one of my I made this observation last night too with my friends, but every one of my friends calls me something different. Cause like one of my friends, like Cam, calls me Justice, and like you have Jasutin, and one of my other friends calls me J Dog. So let's see, Justice, Jasutin, J Dog,
Big sis.
Ixis.
Big sis.
Oh. Well, I guess that's another one for you. One-chan.
No, I call you Big Sis. I like his Tom and Jerry suit. Bathing suit.
And there was one other name that my friend, I can't remember though. And then one of my friends he uses an accent to say my name. So I guess it's technically different. My life is just full of nonsense.